If you see here, Aspas, he said he's want to play with Jing. That it's interesting. And I think here, where is Jing? Jing is here. I'm curious what we'll say. And we've been working on our mental. Of course, you need it.
Hello, we are back with the second group of the pre-event press conference. We are joined
Yeah.
by Aspas, Cruz, Safe, and Feng F. Please
Okay.
use the Zoom hand raise function if you'd like to ask a question, and then we'll call on you. We'll start with Tong Tong from Billy Billy.
Billy. Great company.
Hi, Aspas. This question is for you. And there's no doubt that you're the most competitive player in the world at the moment. Also, we could see Calm and Mazzino have put out insane performance in the final. I just wondering, what do you think you guys beat? What do you think you made you guys beat G2 in the final?
I think for the finals, we played our game. That was something that we didn't do the first time that we played. And on the upper finals, we played a more like scared type of gameplay. Normally, we play more aggressive type of gameplay.
If I remember, last time he's not speaking English. He's try only Portuguese or his language. Now he speak very good English. How he started, like seconds?
And in the grand finals, we played the way that we normally play.
Wait, sorry.
Thank you. We'll go next.
Go.
And there's no doubt that you're the
What
most
was the
competitive
question?
player in the world at the moment.
I
Also,
love
we
these
could see
ones.
Calm and Mazzino have put out insane performance.
You can doing like how I said to give some drama with this conference. My opinion, this is
in the
some
final.
drama.
I just wondering, what do you think you guys beat? What do you think you made you guys beat G2 in the final?
G2, yeah. They play very good.
I think for the finals, we played our game. That was something that we didn't do the first time that we played. And on the upper finals, we played a more like scared type of gameplay. Normally, we play more aggressive type of gameplay. And in the grand finals, we played the way that we normally play.
Yeah, true.
Thank you. We'll go next to Raquel.
Oi, Aspas, aqui é a Raquel. Não sei se acho que é boa tarde para vocês aí. Você está indo aí para o seu Champions, né? Que você
I
pode
hope it's
conseguir ser
translate,
bicampeão e vocês
because
vão
I don't
jogar contra
understand nothing.
Talon, que tem o Premier, que é um jogador que está sendo muito falado aí.
Muito falado.
É como se fosse um novo Aspas, né? E aí eu queria saber como é que você está se sentindo para esse primeiro jogo de enfrentar um jogador que parece ser bem promissor, como você foi no seu início ali, quando você começou a jogar Valorant.
Tô bem animado para essa partida, vai ser um jogo muito legal. Eu vi um pouquinho do jogo dele, porque eu gosto bastante de ver vídeos de highlight, essas coisas. E eu vi um pouquinho do jogo dele nas rankeds, e ele parece ser um jogador muito bom. E eu adoro jogar contra players bons. E ele também vem da ranked, igual eu vim. Então tô bem animado para essa partida.
Translate?
Thank you. We'll go next to Ravish.
What? That was a secret? I want to translate. I want to know what they talk about. They say about me? Of course not. This is something about the game, but how I know? At least subscribe. Very bad.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Quick question for Aspas as well, too. I find you've been at the top of the list for everybody as a duelist that, you know, that's someone who you can, that they can really take in a 1v1. Now, on your end, do you find there's someone you think, I might have some trouble here, or it'll just come down to the day of on who you end up facing?
Depends a little bit on like the situation that I am in on the 1v1, because there are some times that you are playing a 1v1 and you are in disadvantage and things like that. But depending on the situation, I am confident on myself, because I think like confidence in this game is the most important thing that you need to have.
The aim is the most important.
Cheers. Thanks, man.
But okay.
Thank you. We have a pre-submitted question for Cruz. Cruz, This is from the Valorant competitive community. How have you dealt with the mental fatigue that formed from the season's general scheduling and recently integrating Premi and preparing for champs?
It's been very tough for the past the whole season basically, and we've made many changes. So
sorry, put the pause here. I hear they start to not complain, to have very big problems with mental the players in esports. Like they can't doing mentally. It's too much. Oh, I like this one, the blue one.
During the time we put Premi in the roster, we didn't have a lot of time. So
yeah, the time it's very
really get to show
close.
much, but I think they tried to give us quite some time already, but because of the changes we decided to make ourselves, it kind of put us in like a bad spot at that time.
True.
So I think that's all. It doesn't.
The time to prepare for a new game and to have a new hero or a new map or a new change for a hero, for an agent, it's a problem for professionals because they will take in consideration all the possibilities. I don't think so they will say, oh, this we don't doing because nobody will do. No, they will try to doing. Like example with the Neon and ISO. The big change, I think they give them headache. For sure they give them headache.
It's not
that it's
the
a pointless
schedule from them
my opinion.
that causes like, all the troubles.
Yeah, troubles,
Thank you.
yeah.
Saif, we're coming to you next. This is also from the Valorant competitive community. I remember in the past you said you didn't want to play Duelist and you played Sentinels for the whole first split. In the second split, you became the main duelist of the team. Was it your own wish or the coaches? And on which role do you think you can bring more impact to the team?
I mean, I don't really know. We had some coaching changes, I guess, halfway in, and it wasn't really something I thought about. I mean, role-wise, for me, it's not that important whether it's Sentinel or Duelist or whatever it is. I just think it matters what the team wants kind of at the time, and I was asked to play it again because they felt like the roles fit a lot more. And it's not saying that my Sentinel is bad, guys. That's not what we're saying. Okay, my Sentinel is okay, to say the least. But yeah. Obviously on Duelist, I have a lot more impact, and I think it was a joint decision on that. Yeah.
He's laughing
Thank
himself.
You so much. Alan, we'll come to you with the next question.
I'm not bad, okay.
So this is a question for Feng Feng. I'll deliver the question first in English. So for Feng Feng, for Tracy Sports, this is a group full of, debut.
Yeah.
So apart from Leviathan, for Vitality, for Talon, there's a lot of rookie who come out this season and have their debut in the international event.
Vitality is not a rookie, my friend.
I don't know. Do you think that in this group of rookies, do you think that your team and maybe including yourself could perform better than them? 所以这个问题给到峰峰啊，你就用中文提问就回答我就好了。然后
Good question. They will pass them.
因为我们这个小组里面有非常多的新人，然后除了可能的选手可能会经验比较足以外，然后其实
Too much pressure
其
to be
他的
honest.
这边包括你
To
旁边的
pro
像 Safe
promote
Vitality， 然后包括像塔隆，他们也有很多的新人，像 Premi， 对吧？亚服第一的新人。那你觉得你们队伍也有非常多的选手，虽然你们打了很久，但你们其实第一次来到国际比赛。那你觉得
At least this guy is translating English. The Portuguese is not translating English. Don't say nothing. I don't understand nothing.
这种
At
情
least
况
this
之下，
guy
你
said
们会有什么样的办法，或者有什么样的一些你们的优势能够表现的比他们更好呢？
我觉得我们的优势就是
What would be your response?
像我们这个班底已经打了很久了嘛，我们的优势我感觉就是磨合的时间，然后要比他们更久一点，然后化学反应要比他们更好一点。
好的，好的，谢谢。So the answer from Feng Feng is actually they think that their advantage is they have been together for a longer time compared to maybe Vitality, maybe Talon, and therefore they think they have better chemistry. They can put up better teamwork. So they think that is their advantage in this group. Thank you.
That is mean you'll want more time to build your confidence with your team that you said?
Thank you so much,
maybe?
Alan. We're going to go next to Pedro Romero.
Hey guys, good to see y'all.
Good to see
for
you.
this press conference. I got a question for Cruz. Fair to say it's been more than a minute since we've last seen you qualify for an international event. You know, the previous time being Champs 2022. Back then when you were with Shersha. I just want to ask you now that you're back in this stage with a different team, a different set of guys surrounding you. How do you kind of compare your experience from back then to now? And what do you think is one thing that stood out for you amidst this progression for you in particular between set times?
Definitely my experience against the NA and EU styles, because having Frost come in as our coach, the way we play the game is very different, and the way we approach the game is completely different to when I was in Xerxia. So
you're more better
I think
now.
that's how we've been growing as a team and as a player, as myself, as the IGL, knowing how to deal with a lot of the things that might come at me in this group. So yeah, that's how I think we grew from the experience we had this year.
Thank you so much. We'll go next to Elaine from One Esports.
Hi, this question is for Cruz. Going into your first match against Lev, do you guys feel any pressure at all? And how does it feel facing America's first seed?
I'm actually very excited to play against Lev because we just got Primi, and I think he's going to put up a good fight against Aspas, which everyone knows that he's a very good duelist. Even I know, and everyone is saying that he's the best player in the world, which I also do agree. But it's good for us to see where we are and to have him get the best experience as much as possible for his first international and his first game. So I feel like it's going to be a very fun game. It's going to be a good experience for all of us as a team, and hopefully we come out on top.
Awesome. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Tong Tong from Bilibili.
这个问题想问一下，峰峰选手啊，峰峰你好，我们在小组赛阶段的第一轮对手就是 EMA 的2号种子小蜜蜂，那么他们在本赛季的状态啊，可以说是一路高歌猛进，挺进到决赛了。然后咱们第一次来到冠军赛的舞台呢，可以说咱们的目标以及认为目前最需要准备的是哪些方面，无论是精神上还是游戏内容上的。
我们的目标依旧是我们之前在 CN 的时候的赛季圈，就是记好每一次题目，然后通过
when it's translate.
The question for Feng is actually in the group stage, your first opponent is Vitality, is a super like high status, especially in EMEA region, and actually they also qualified for the grand finals in EMEA region, and this time is your debut. And what kind of preparation you think you have to done, and no matter in the mentality or in the tactics, and also what's your goal? And Feng said, I think our goal is the same as in the domestic competition tournament, and I think we just need to like have a better counter strapping and have a better aiming and winning every single round and stuff like that. And we just want to play our own stuff, our decent job, and yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Good answer. Just confidence and aim. That's it, and don't be scared when you play it. Don't have that pressure for competition, but it's very hard because it's the sensation. It's first time, you know. It's like I play first time. I don't know, a game. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, but if I play every day in the same competition, in the same group, I think I will be more relaxed, chill. It's still very hard.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Fernando at Game Arena.
Thank you. So my question goes for Aspas. Aspas, vocês tiveram um desempenho abaixo da expectativa em Xangai, voltaram para o Américas, foram campeões. Quero saber qual que é a diferença que você enxerga da Leviatã que se apresentou em Xangai e da Leviatã que se apresenta hoje para o Champions em Seul.
Eu acho que uma grande diferença que dá para apontar é o fato que agora os nossos fundamentos básicos estão muito melhores do que antes. Depois de
Mostra a forma da
Xangai, a
câmera.
gente teve uma grande melhora e os fundamentos básicos são a coisa mais evidente nisso, e eu acho que isso era algo muito importante, tanto que nas entrevistas que o nosso time dava, todos nós apontava esse fato que a gente tinha problemas com isso, e eu acho que essa foi a grande melhora que foi muito importante e que fez a gente conseguir melhorar bastante como um time.
Obrigado. Thank you.
No way.
Thank you. We'll go next to Tang Duong.
Hello. My question to say CF from Vitality. After your last performance in the big stage in Champion 2023, what do you think about your chance to qualify into a playoff with your team? Thank you so much.
I think chances are good, but only because I don't think we think of playoffs or groups, or we don't generally think of like the long term of things. I think us as a team is like we like to treat everything very in the now, very present. We don't really think about like I guess the TE game or the game after that, or what happens when we get to playoffs, or what happens if we don't make groups. It doesn't really matter for us as a team.
Mentality.
So I mean, in terms of odds, I would say they're good, but only because we're not thinking that far. We're thinking what comes first, and that's obviously TE.
True. Good
Thank you so
answer.
much. We'll take the next question from Strafe Esports.
Thanks. So,
Welcome.
my question is for Feng. So, this is the first international outing for the team. So, how is the atmosphere in the team? And also, apart from the teams in this group, are there any teams that you want to face in Seoul?
那这个问题想问到的是峰峰选手，这次是你们第一次来到全球冠军赛嘛？然后想问一下，这次来到冠军赛，你最想要就是你个人角度，或者说是整个队伍的角度，你最想
Please
遇到的是谁？
translate. Nice.
我个人的话应该是 Dirk 吧，因为很早的时候就是经常看他的一些比赛嘛，然后我就觉得打得特别好。
He said he really want to face against Durker. He think Durker is a super powerful players, and he also watched a lot of his competition in the pretty early days. So yeah, he think he's a super great player, and he's super willing to have a match with him.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Arnab.
It's quite take a long, man.
Hey guys, I'm sorry.
26 minutes.
Am I audible?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is for Safe. I want to ask you about at the start of the season when you guys came into India during Convergence, you had not a great start to the season, but it was pretty dominant. But you all had when I had chat with you during the event, you all had one thing in mind that slowly and steadily you guys are trying to grow. Reflecting upon from the start of the season to the end, almost to the end of the season, how do you think the team has grown individually and personally, you as well, compared to last season to this season?
I mean, I think we've grown a lot as individuals and as a team. I think we worked with a lot of people along the way in terms of like people in coaching staff, and whether that's mental or just the assistant coaches, and the interactions we've had with each other, I think, and the matches we've had as well have like really formed all of us in a good way, in a positive way. We learned more about how to approach each other and how to deal with conflicts. We learned a lot about the small things that upset each other and how to avoid those small things. And I think it's nice to have like a very let's say like this time throughout the year, like having defeats and having upsets and having whatever we went through together, because it's really formed every single person to the people they are today. And obviously we're in champs for a reason, and I think all of the lessons have led up to this. So in terms of development, I think it's pretty good for all of us.
Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you. We have a question from the room next.
Okay, this question is for Aspas. You are the top one of the list of the entry kill, and I just want to ask, how's your feeling about that, and what's your expectation about the whole journey of champs?
If I would like say something, is that we're gonna like look at one game at a time. So we're gonna go by steps. So first we are looking at Talon. So and like we as a team are just preparing to play against Talon. So I'm not looking at the tournament as a whole, but I'm looking at steps that you need to take. So you go one step at a time so you can reach your goal.
True.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to WoW Esports.
你好，这里是哇塞电竞。想问一下 Aspas，其实，在季后赛利维特的状态是有所回暖的，包括 Com 的发挥呢也是非常亮眼。想问一下，队伍是做了一个怎样的改变或者调整，以及
have a better perform. Question is for Aspas. Actually, we can notice that Leviton have a better perform and better status in recent days, and especially like comes from Mazino or any players in your whole team. And I just want to know like what kind of adjustment you made and which team or which like specific pro players you want to meet in this tournament.
Is the question.
I agree with the part that we made an improvement as a team. As I said in a question before, I think we are a lot better in the fundamentals, like the basic stuff of the game. So we made a very big improvement in this part. So we are playing better as a team than before. And a player that I want to face, I always say Jing because I like him. So Jing.
Yeah, Jing is
的回答是他非常认同他们最近状态有所回暖，就是他们包括他们最近一直在苦练基本盘啊那些的操作，所以他觉得他们最近状态提升了很多，包括他们也就是在各种方面进步了很多。那提到他最想面对到的选手的话，他可能比较想要和劲选手交手，因为他很喜欢劲选手。
Wow.
Thank you. We'll go next to Antonio Romero.
Yes, thank you.
That
my
was the question.
Is for Saif. You are the only player with experience in Valorant Champions from last year with Team Liquid. Do you think this is going to be helpful for your team? And how would you manage to share your experience with your teammates?
I mean, if it's going to be helpful, I don't know. I can't answer that really, but I think that obviously you gotta let people experience it themselves, and then you can warn them about the things that may or may not happen. But at the end of the day, it's something that they have to take on themselves, whether it feels overwhelming or whether there's too much going on, too stressful, or you get sick or you get jet lagged. I warn them about all these things and I tell them what could happen. But yeah, I mean, obviously it would help a little, but at the end of the day, they gotta face things on their own.
True, smart guy.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from
They need
Nerditude.
to feel themselves this sensation.
Thank you so much. My question is for Aspas. What can we expect from Levitan in this first match against Talon? Do you think they will have a boost from playing at home?
So funny.
You can expect a very good match. They're a really good opponent. Probably it's gonna be a 2-1 series.
You can't say nothing bad.
Each team, and it's gonna be a really good match. So you can be like.
Almost laughing.
Thank you. We'll go to Sky King.
Laughing is there, man. How you can say something bad?
这个问题想要问一下峰峰，就是首先，因为你们这一组的队伍其实都是世界范围内比较有名的决斗位，比如说像 Aspas。那么在你自己的第一次世界赛上，尤其是在自己个人决斗位对位的表现上，会有怎样的信心和预期？就你会认为这次比赛是你自己的炸弹魅雷子在世界上的一个水平检测吗？
觉得算是吧，因为我这组的像 CF、阿斯帕斯他们的就是决斗位都特别厉害嘛，然后我就一直在想，能不能跟他们交一次手，看看我的水平到底怎么样。我觉得这是一次机会。
The question is, in your group, like there is so many famous duelists around the whole world, and actually this is your debut on the international tournament, and obviously you played the same role, like the duelist role in your team, and you're confident about to have like the same competition, like the role, and with your opponents, and what's your expectation about your performance? Do you think it's kind of like a test of your race? And Fengfeng's answer is, I think is kind of, because Safe and Aspas, they're super great duelists around the whole world, and I think they're super have prowess or something stuff like that. And I really want to have a match with them, and I'm super looking forward to it as well. Thank you.
I believe you want.
Thank you. We'll go next to Alan.
Yeah, thank you. This is a question for Safe. So I remember, Safe, hi. I remember that saw a clip of you in your stream talking about, maybe you're a little bit frustrated or a little bit burnt out in the whole season, right? And maybe you're talking about that you are hesitant to, about your career or role in this team. But I know that's a long time ago. Like you in your stream, you're talking about that, but does things change now? Like you revitalized, rejuvenated after the split 2, and you feel that you are still well enough to continue your whole career?
I mean, I feel a little rested, let's say. I only had 3 days, so I don't know how rested I can be after finishing the playoffs and whatever. But obviously, I mean, it's been very rough for me. It's been very heavy, and it's not only because of in-game things. I mean, obviously, we all have a life behind the game as well, and we have things going on, whether that's with family or friends, and just personal things. Obviously, I had someone very close to me pass away as well, and that was ticking on me as well when we were playing so intensively. But obviously, I mean, after qualifying to champs and trying to push through, like the things that were going on, I do feel slightly more rested, but I can't say that it's not weighing over me still.
Sorry,
okay,
mate.
thank you.
Life.
Thank you. We'll go next to Pedro Romero.
Yes, I got a question for Aspas. Given what Cruz said about Primi earlier on in the press conference, I'm kind of curious on how you kind of view Primi given his fast ascent to this stage, having played 3 matches in Tier 1 this year to qualify for champions. For you, how do you kind of look at Primi as a player, and how do you kind of view his current form and also his potential, later down the line, within and also, out beyond champions?
He's a really good player. I watched a little bit of clips of him playing ranked, highlights, and those things, and he looks like a really good player. And he's coming from ranked as well. When I started playing, I got picked up from ranked as well, so we come from the same place, and he looks really good.
Thank you. We'll take 2 more questions. Elaine from One Esports.
Hi, this question is for Aspas. Going into the tournament being deemed as the GOAT and best duelist in the world, does this title add more pressure to you, or does this boost your confidence for future matches?
True, good question.
A little bit hard to say because I don't like to look much at those things that are like outside. I like to focus more on myself and my team. So if I would look more at those things, I probably would say that it's like a confidence boost. At least for me, it would be. But there's people that can see as more pressure as well.
I see. Thank you. Best of luck.
What you feel it?
Thank you. And we'll give the final question to Strafe Esports.
Final
Thank
question.
you. So this question is also for Aspas. So the top seeds from the other leagues have mentioned that playing so many games coming up to the finals causes a bit of some stress and a bit of mental wear as well. So I would like to ask, how do you guys as a team deal with this, or do you even face these kinds of issues?
In America's playoffs, we played 4 days in a row, and it was 2 MD5s that went, one for 5 maps and the other one for 4. You get a lot tired during those days, but
of course,
for me, saying myself, I love playing and I love being on stage. So even if I'm super tired, I'm happy by being there. So at least for me, it's not a problem, but I'm tired, but even like that, I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm really happy to be able to like play more games.
All right.
Okay, you
Thank
love
you so
what you're
much, and
doing.
all the best to all of you for your upcoming matches.
Yeah, you love what you're doing. Like
To the
you say.
players on the set, thank you so much for taking the time to answer our questions today.
Okay.
This will conclude the press conference, and we'll be back with the next group momentarily.
Okay, I can see the next group here.
Welcome to the Champion Soul pre-event press conference. Today we are joined by Texture, Tens, Berlin, and Benji Fishy. We'll begin with some pre-submitted questions first, and then we'll move to the remote media. We have about 50 people in here watching, plus more online that aren't actively asking questions. Tens, we'll go to you first.
Yeah.
This is a question from Paul Ferguson from VLR.gg. How do you feel about facing Genji in your opening match, and what can you use from your previous match at the Masters Madrid Finals that will help you in this one?
That will be the first match. Genji Sentinels. I'm waiting. I can't see it because I work, but still I will see
Genji
replay.
is a really good team.
Yeah.
They beat basically everyone that they play, so they're a really tough opponent to be matched against as the first seed, but I think same goes for us. I think we're a dangerous fourth seed to go against, so I think definitely going to be a fun match to watch for sure, and it'll be interesting.
Awesome. Benji, we're going to go to you next. This one's coming from the Valorant competitive community. Team Heretics struggled a lot with fatigue and stress due to lack of breaks in Stage 2 EMEA. How do you guys feel after the break for Champs? Does the team feel rejuvenated, and are you ready for the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I speak for myself, like I felt super burnt out, especially towards the end of Split 2. Like I wasn't like if I go back to kind of like kickoff in Stage 1, I was playing just a lot more like just outside of like officials and scrims. But I was able to take like a 4 or 5 day break back in England, and it was the same with everyone. Like we all went back home, saw our families and stuff, which yeah, I think it's helped me a lot, especially. I think this being the last one of the year helps me a lot because I know after this I'm done. I'm gonna go on, a holiday, so I'm good. I feel like I'm a lot more motivated. So yeah, I think it's helped me especially, and just the rest of the team. It's helped us a lot, and we can tell it's made us improve for sure.
The boys want holiday.
If you have a question, please use the Zoom hand raise function, and we'll call on you. We'll begin with Alan.
Yeah, this is a question for Tins. Hi, Tins. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, hi. I'm Alan, and I'm talking to you from China here. So speaking about Sentinels, so you are the only team that have not entered top 4 in playoffs, but entered champions. So do you feel that this will give you some feelings of being an underdog or something like that?
So it definitely wasn't our greatest showing in the Americas playoffs, but I do think that coming to Korea, we were able to talk out some stuff that was kind of going wrong for us, and I do think that we were getting a little bit burnt. So just having a nice little break and then being able to qualify for champs, I do think it was really nice. And so this event, we're just putting in our all to just play the best that we can.
Okay, yeah, you have a lot of break.
Thank you. We'll go next to Brandon from esports.gg.
Thank you very much. I'll ask my question to Texture. We've seen a lot of success with Genji this year, in League of Legends, with you guys in Valorant.
Yeah,
I just would like to ask if you feel any pressure continuing to perform well here.
I mean the company.
Here in the final stages of the year, considering just how well the organization has done overall in esports in 2024.
텍스처 선수에게 드리는 질문인데 롤팀도 발로팀도 올해 굉장히 좋은 성과를 거두고 있잖아요. 이제 챔피언스가 마지막 대회이기는 한데 모든 e스포츠 분야에서 젠지가 너무 잘하고 있기 때문에 거기에서 좀 부담감이 더 커지지는 않나, 부담감이 있나 물어보시네요.
부담감은 없고 사실 롤팀은 그냥 뭐 워낙 잘 하니까 그냥 저희도 경기 보면서 그냥 잘한다 이러고 있고 저희는 그냥 저희 거 열심히 하자 하고 부담은 따로 없습니다.
Well, there's no pressure for us coming from that because, our leagues team, they've been doing pretty well for such a long time. So we would always watch their game and be like, oh, they're so good. But For us, it's our own league and it's our own game, so we just try to play our own game.
Good answer.
Thank you. We'll go next to Tong Tong from Bilibili.
想问一下柏林这个问题在第二赛段我们的常规赛的发挥其实是有点不尽人意的，但是在季后赛当中可以看到整个队伍的状态是在不断的攀升和回暖的，加上我们被分到了 B 组，面对今年的大师赛的冠亚军，对你们来说这更是一种动力呢，还是一个压力呢？
可以先回答。
我认为第一赛段我们有很充足的动力，然后到了第二赛段之后，我们休息了一阵子，然后再慢慢回温，找回状态，然后可能状态没有第一赛段那么好。那我觉得我们也打到现在，然后我觉得到这个分组我觉得也不只是说这个分组吧，我觉得不管在哪个分组，每个赛区来的四支队伍都是非常强的队伍，所以并不会因为这分组的队伍而感到有压力，或者说怎么样。对，我觉得来到这边大家都是充满动力，然后太有干劲。对。
Do you need me to translate the Chinese? Oh, yeah. So the question was, it seems like at the stage 2, it wasn't a really good start for FPX, but when you get into the playoffs, seems like you guys have bounced back, and then you came to the champions. Seems like you have to Group B, but seems like there was 2 champions and 1 runner-up. Seems like it is a pressure or motivation for you guys. And Bernie's answer was that at the stage 1, feels like we have enough motivation, but when it comes to stage 2, we rest up a little bit. Seems like we have a bounce back. Of course, the form didn't as well as when we was in stage 1, but now we see the group stage, and we are in the Group B. But we think every 4 team for every group is also well, because it's champions. Every team is so strong, so it wouldn't be too much pressure, but I will consider that as a motivation for us.
Oh,
thank you. We'll go
good
next
motivation.
To
Push. Just do it.
Yes. Hello. First off, good to see you guys in Champions. Got a question for Tens. Of course, looking at your career, this is not the first time you've gone to this level. First time being in 2021, the inaugural edition, and of course, what would happen in Sentinels was losing to Crew. I want to ask you, now that you have returned to Champions after a gap of 3 years, what are some takeaways that you've made from that event that you feel now that you put to use for this occasion, and also how much have you grown from that disappointing loss to Crew going forward?
So definitely the 2021 showing of champs was quite disappointing for me, the rest of the team, Sentinels at the time. And so it is a good learning experience because just being defeated in that fashion and kind of knowing where our gameplay lacked, I do think I was able to improve a lot more as a teammate. And I think that going into this champs, we're the best Sentinels iteration that's ever been. Like this 5 is probably the most consistent and scariest team to play against for a Sentinels team. So I'm very proud to be a part of that, and I think that we can definitely do damage at this event if we do play up to our standards.
Damage.
Thank you. We'll go next to Raquel.
Promise.
Hey guys, my question goes to Benji. Coming from a such great legacy as the one you built in Fortnite, what does it feel like to have once again reached the World Elite now in Valorant and in your first Champions?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty amazing. I think I kind of dreamt of this ever since I first hopped to Valorant. I remember I got invited in 2022 to Champions Istanbul just as like a streamer. And like I was always hoping that I would, be there on stage. I mean, I remember watching like the Loud Optic game, and I don't know, it's super cool to now be here in person only like 2 years later from when I was invited as just a streamer. I feel like I've worked really hard to get here, And
good for you.
Yeah, I hope people like can recognize that and see how hard I've worked. So yeah, I mean, it's a really great feeling to know that everything's kind of paid off. So yeah.
Thank you. We'll go next to Antonio Romero.
Yes, thank you. My question is also for Benji Fishy. First of all, congratulations on qualifying. And this is the first event you will attend as a whole team without stand-ins. How is this impacting you as a group, and how do you think it will impact the matches?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely it's obviously a lot easier than playing with a stand-in. I mean, Shanghai, it was kind of like a miracle run for us. Like we only had one day of practice with Patty before we played. I think a
Wow,
big reason
just one
why
day.
we did so good in Shanghai was we had no expectations for ourselves. We kind of just went out playing to have fun, and we're gonna go in with the same mentality for champions. We're just gonna take it one game at a time. You know, you try your best to play good. You know, you can't control winning or losing, right? You can only control if you're playing good or if you're not playing good. You can play good and the other team just plays better. So we're just gonna focus on trying to play good Valorant, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to show how good our team can actually be at this event.
Thank
Try
you.
it.
We'll go next to
Good luck.
OnePlus.
你好，这里是玩家电竞，然后这个问题给到柏林选手，然后你认为这次
Please
会相比
translate.
较上海大师赛战队有什么突破吗？谢谢。
我认为我们过去的世界赛，每次世界赛对我们来讲都是一个进步。然后我觉得过去打下来，其实大家也可以看到我们进步，所以我觉得，我们要保证说一定会有打出多好的成绩。但我觉得，每次的我们都比上次还要强吧，所以就拭目以待吧。
Translate.
And so the question was, compared to Master Shanghai, do you think what's the breakthrough for the team? And his Berlin's answer was that I think the past world stage has all proved that we are keep improving, and everybody can see we are keep improving. And I wouldn't say that we will like play every time like doing it perfect, but we will keep improving every time.
If they beat Heretics, that it's a big step for them.
Thank you. We'll go next to Strafe
That
Esports.
it's a massive stack.
Thank you. So this question is for Texture. So now that you're playing in Champions in front of a home crowd, does this excite you, or do you think, or is it absolutely terrifying? And also, do you think playing in front of a home crowd gives some sort of an advantage to you guys and also the other Korean team DRX, or do you think it actually acts as some sort of a detriment?
Can you repeat the first question, the first part?
Sorry. So the first part is, that they're playing Champions in their home crowd. So does this excite them, or do they think that it's absolutely terrifying?
이제 홈팬들 앞에서 홈그라운드에서 하잖아요. 그래서 이게 오히려 도움이 될지 아니면 독이 될지 어떻게 생각하시나요?
그래도 독이 아니겠죠.
He's
아무래도
laughing.
그래도 팬분들이 응원도 해주고 하니까. 근데
I keep
사실
with Genji. That's
모르겠네요. 크게
for
뭐
sure.
그렇게 신경을
I'm a
써본
Genji
적이
fan.
없어가지고 마드리드 갔을 때나 상하이 갔을 때나 가가지고 그냥 그래도 저희한테 도움이 되겠죠.
I don't think it's going to be detrimental to our performance at all. More so, I think it's going to help us. But it's just something that we haven't really thought about, back in Masters Madrid or Masters Shanghai. But I do think that getting all the support from the fans, and especially the home fans, will help us.
Oh.
All right. Thank you.
That it's a boost. It's a good.
We'll go next to Tong Duong.
What is Genji? It's the next video.
Hi. Everyone can listen to me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. This question for Tens. After the successful VCT State 1 and State 2, and not participating in Master Shanghai, what have you and your team prepared and trained before champion?
So I do think it was quite disappointing to miss out on Master Shanghai, but at the same time, it was nice for us to have a bit of a break leading up to attempting to qualify for champs and eventually here at champs now. Overall, because the team was put together back last year near the start of champs, I think, and so we were practicing for quite a bit with John. We later kept playing. We participated in Africa, which was also a tournament here in Korea, and so we've been playing nonstop for quite a bit. And so just having that time to kind of relax and change up our game plan a little bit, work on ourselves, but also just breathe a little bit and come back with more excited mentality towards the game, I think was really important for us.
Okay, okay. I understand.
Thank you. We'll go next to Rabia from Jinx TV.
Holiday. You love holiday.
Thank you, Anton. Hello, everyone. My question is to TENS. I want to ask about how the team's morale and fatigue is right now, given that we heard there were some issues with the team during stage 2 with Saucy and then with John Guty having health issues. Can you let us know how is the team feeling right now coming into the champions?
I think in this moment of time, I think we're the most excited that we've been to play because, I mean, the whole year ends in champs, right? And just being able to play up until this point, I guess we're going to use all our excitement now and release it all on stage.
Thank you so much, and good luck,
That
everyone.
is mean a lot of energy.
Thank you.
A lot
Thank
of
you. We'll go next to
excitement. Hello?
Ravish, your mic is not picking up. We'll come back to you. Arnab, we'll go to you next.
Hey guys, my question is for Texture. At the start of the season, I asked you about how do you place yourself as a duelist, and now since you have won the VCT Pacific Duelist of the Year, coming into the champions, and after so much experience throughout the season, how would you rate yourself among the top players right now competing in the team? In the champions.
A question I will put to him: how is that you lose every time the ace? Every time you try a ace and you are upset. That
마드리드
will be
때부터 물어본
a
건데
question, nice
네,
question.
세계 최고의 타격대들 중에서 스스로는 어디쯤에 있냐고 얘기를 했잖아요. 근데 이제 뭐 스테이지 2 트로피도 들어올렸고 상하이도 우승을 했는데 그러면 이제 챔피언스를 앞두고 좀 어느 정도의 타격대라고 스스로 평가하시나요?
그래도 좀 잘 한다는 축에는 이제는 속할
Academy.
거라고
They have an
생각하고
academy
있고
this year.
사실 뭐 저 말고도 너무
Turtle
잘하는
Bleach.
선수들이 많아서 뭐 제켄이나 뭐 아스파스나 막 이렇게 여러 명 있잖아요. 그래가지고 사실 뭐 저는 지금은 좀 그때그때 좀 컨디션에 따라서 되게 다르게 느껴질 수도 있다라고 생각을 해가지고 제가 항상 최고라고는 생각 안 하고 있어요.
제켄이랑 또 누구요?
아스파스.
아스파스? Well, I guess now I can put myself on the list of good duelists. I'm not that bad. I guess I've been playing decent. But it really depends on who's feeling it on the day and how you're really feeling in the server on the day of. We have great players like Zekken and Aspas who can also pop off whenever they're feeling it. So I wouldn't say I'm the best duelist in the world, but I'm close, I would say.
Just a small follow-up on
Modern.
it. If you win Masters, if you win Champions, would you consider yourself the best?
우승하면 세체 타격대?
그래도 우승하면은 그래도 좀 잠깐은
He's laughing.
그래도 우승하면은 그래도 좀
Tens is
잠깐은
laughing.
그래도 그런 타이틀은 가질 수는 있지 않을까요?
Yeah, I guess for a little bit if we do win, but for a short period of time.
Thank you, everyone, and best of luck to everyone.
Thank you. I think Ravish fixed his mic. Ravish, we'll try to you next.
Sweet. Solid. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. My bad about that. Firstly, hey, what's going on, everyone? My question's for Benji. Real quick. Firstly, killer hat, mate. Just absolutely rocking that as usual. Wanted to ask, so do you think you could go band for band with either everybody on this table or anybody in champs, even M for M perhaps.
Oh, I mean, I've got tens next to me, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah, he does give
I mean,
competition.
let's be real. Like, he's got the final mouse. He's got this. Like, come on, I'm not getting 20K viewers on on Twitch right now. But I think, I mean, esports earnings. I think I've got the most. So I guess I'll take that. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good. So I'm close, I guess. Great question. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.
Tyson, would you like to offer a rebuttal?
Please.
I don't know.
They laugh. They are funny.
All right. Thank you. We'll go next to Valeria.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Seoul. I actually have two questions, if I may ask. First question is to TENS. Group B is commonly referred as the group of death, and taking in consideration the obvious challenges of starting your champions run in such a challenging environment. Do you see it also as a positive experience for your team?
So I would also agree that the group is probably the group of death. I think there has been no real like easy road for us, but I do think it's a good thing. If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best, and being able to do that in the group stage would be pretty good.
GG, no? The best.
Thank you. And my second question is to Benji Fishy. Recently, Miniboo was complaining about absolutely unforgiving APAC ranked players. So I would like to hear a couple of thoughts about like the difference in playstyle between different regions from you, and how is your adaptation process, and generally how you feel about champions being in Seoul this year. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, okay, if we're talking about ranked, APAC ranked is definitely harder than Europe. I mean, if I play Ascendant lobbies in Europe, it's pretty easy, but over here, yeah, my God, you've got some crazy players. But a lot of people don't talk, which in Europe I think people talk more. But you know, yeah, the players are definitely better at lower ranks than APAC. And about champs being in Seoul, South Korea was one of my two places that I always wanted to visit. The two were South Korea and Japan. And while I'm here, I'm gonna stay in South Korea till, I mean, for example, if we get eliminated early, then I'm gonna stay in South Korea until after finals, and then after I'm going to Japan. So I'm kind of knocking, you know, two
Two
off,
in one.
both of them off. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm excited to get to meet the fans, you know, the crowd as always. Yeah, I'm really excited. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Osri from Gosu Gamers.
Thanks very much. It's really a question directed to Benji also, because like someone mentioned, that's an awesome hat you have, by the way. And this is the first one I think we've noticed that it's a different hat compared to the previous two tournaments. So maybe a more of a lighthearted question. What's the significance of the hats to you? And would you like have any different hats for different occasions as well? Or just for tournaments and esports related only?
Oh, I mean, okay. The only reason I wore this one is because Texture was here. That's the only reason I wore it. I was like, okay, it's a good occasion to wear it, because he gave me this hat in Shanghai. So what I was thinking of is, if we play against Genji, I'm gonna walk out with this hat. But in general, I'm just gonna stick to the Tibbers one. There's no like significance to it. I just think it's a cool hat. So I walk out with it. So yeah. No, thank you for the question.
Then maybe as a follow-up, Texture, what do you think about Benji saying that he'll actually walk out with the hat during the matchup between you guys?
저 쓰고 나올 거라는데 젠지랑 같이 할 때 어떻게 생각하세요?
It's understand English.
That's cool.
I'll give you my hat. The Tibbers one. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Good luck, everyone, for champions.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Alan.
Yes, thank you. So this is a question for Birding. I would speak English first and I will translate to Chinese here. So this is a question for Birding. So for FPX, you perform like really well in the Masters Shanghai first stage, in the group stage. in the Swiss league, should I say that? But then it feels like you have a little bit bump in the split 2 in China. So do you think that like Benji said, maybe it's a miracle for you in Master Shanghai? And if that's so, how do you like to reperform that event?
所以
柏林我的问题是这样的，因为我们都知道，在上海大师赛你们其实打出了一个非常不错的一个瑞士轮，然后但第二赛段其实你们打的会比较挣扎，会有一些波动。然后你们会因为刚才奔季其实
maybe go against Genji and win one map at least, or qualificate for 8.
会不会也是对这个你
I
会
don't
不
know.
会也感觉自己在上海
It's
大师赛
quite
表
hard.
现是高于自己的预期的？然后以
Everybody
及
can
你
go,
们会
no?
如何去尽力在冠军赛去能够去打出一个同样好或者更好的一个表现？
老实说，在上海大师赛，我们确实没有想到。老实要说，真的要说奇迹是我们也没有到进到8强，所以我觉得应该也还好。但是我们确实没有想到我们的表现可以差点的去打赢当时的冠亚军。然后我觉得到了这次，其实老实说我自己就以私心的来讲，我分到这个分组，我并不在乎是否就是是不是什么死亡之路什么的，就是 Hans 他之前一直是我的一个算是打瓦的一个动力，然后一个目标。所以这次来我就是我知道我跟他同一组，我就是来找他打的。对，就是我想要去证明给世界看，然后证明给我自己看也好，或者说给大家支持我们看也好，就是我这次来就是来打破过去的那个梦，对，然后去触碰它，然后去打破它，然后成为它这样。对。不管我们之前打怎么样，我们现在一定，我觉得还是很有信心，然后也比起以前更有信心，还有更有动力去面对以前的。
Translate.
好的，谢谢。So this the Birding's answer is actually we do think that although we didn't enter top 8 in Masters Shanghai, we do feel that our performance is a little bit above our expectations. We don't really expect us to be that close to the champions and the runner-up in Masters Shanghai. But for these champions, we don't have. I myself and my team don't have a lot of that much expectations, especially.
Why you go with negative? Just believe in yourself. Don't go with first negative. I know everybody they not expect for you. But if you passed the groups, you will destroy everybody. The vision.
In this group, I know it's a group of death, and I know, but Tins is my role model in Valorant, and salute to Tins. I always want to, to become the opponents of him, and it's really my dream to become his opponent on stage. And now it is my time to reach my dream. And if you want to become the best, you have to beat the best. So this is a very good chance for me. So thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. We'll do 2 more questions. Pedro, we'll start with you.
The same words.
Yes, got a question for Texture. As it's been alluded to a few occasions already in this press conferences, with the solo queue situation.
Quite nice what he said. Tens, but what's happened with Tens? It sneezed too much. It's sick. I hope not. He said, yeah, you need to be the best with Genji, and Talon with Tens is one to meet to be the best.
Environment like we've all the teams coming into Korea and just having to play each other, yourself included. I do remember one time you played with Woot, put off a few videos, funny videos here and there. Just want to ask you, what's the experience been like just having to play with different people, either as a teammate or as an opponent, and what's your biggest takeaway from just that kind of aspect?
이제 뭐 우트랑 듀오도 하고 다른 선수들이 이제 아시아 서버에 와가지고 같이 게임을 할 수 있잖아요. 뭔가 어떤 경험인지 그리고 배워가는 게 있는지.
그냥
I think they will win, Homan.
온 김에 이제 같이 게임을 할 수 있는 이제 경우가 이제
My opinion, I think they will win.
이렇게 좀 모였을 때 밖에 못 하니까 그냥 뭐 여러 명이랑 그냥 같이 하는 거죠. 사실 배우는 거는 뭐 딱히 없고 그냥 재밌어요. 예.
Well, it's not every day that you get the chance to play, duo with some other players and from other leagues. So being able to do that at international events, it's pretty special. But you don't really learn a lot from like playing against them or playing with them. It's just purely fun.
Oh,
Thank you. And we'll take the
the
final
fun
question
more
for this press
interesting
conference
than
from Ravish.
learning.
Hey, sorry. Hey, what's up, guys? Back again. So just a quick final question. For tens, I had now Tyson. I've asked you a couple of times for drip checks, and I just wanted to see, considering this is Champs, the biggest event of the year, have you brought anything new in your arsenal besides your chains, your rings, and your bracelets that you're usually rocking?
Right now it's just same necklace, ring that I showed you before, same bracelet. So nothing really changed. I kind of stick to what I have.
Understandable. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for participating. We're going to take a
Okay.
short break as we transition to the next group, and then we'll be right back.
Bye bye. Now here.
We are
What is it? We want to win Pacific second trophy. Oh.
We are joined by Valen, Jing,
Second
Kang
trophy.
and Mr. Fallen. For the members of the media, there are about 50 people watching remotely. Please raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question, and then we'll call on you. We'll begin with Brandon.
Curious what the questions they will put to
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'll ask this one to Valen. How you doing, man? We're hearing a lot about the group of death, being Sentinels, Genji, heretics over there. But I really think you guys might have one of the hardest groups, maybe the most underestimated groups in that sense. So I'd just like to kind of get your thoughts on the field and how tough you think it's going to be to make it out.
Yeah, I definitely think we have one of the hardest groups. There's a lot of great players here and a lot of experience on these teams.
Every group is hard, man. It's not easy. Everybody they want to win, no? Of course.
They've competed a lot internationally, so we're one of the few teams that haven't got as much experience as them. So I'm looking at our group and thinking like we got a lot of big dogs, but I think it's going to be difficult to make it out. Of course, every team here, not only our group, is prepared and ready to win the tournament. You wouldn't be here if you didn't think so. But we think the same. So I'm feeling confident. I think we're going to make it out, but it's going to be tough, nevertheless.
Thank you. We'll go next to Rabia from Jinx TV.
Hi everyone. Hi Valen. My question is to you. It's going to be a long one, so bear with me. First of all, congratulations once again for being the first Ascension team to reach champions. I want to talk about the new rules introduced by Riot for 2025, where the Ascension teams will get only 1 year worth of time in VCT if they are not able to qualify for champs or survive the relegation. Apart from this, the number of teams in VCT will be fixed going forward, that is 12. What are your thoughts about these new rules? Do you think these are a bit unfair for Ascension teams coming from tough tier 2 circuit, given that the team only has like 10 to 12 chances to clinch their spots in international events or champions, and it's pretty short time to learn and grow, especially in the current meta. Also, do you think to make it a bit more fair, partner teams should also be facing relegation if they're not able to produce good results, even if not every year, then every 2 or 3 years? Because I also understand that it's a long process to sign an org as partner org. Or instead of 1 year, Riot should be giving 2 years to Ascension teams in VCT, and then the teams can extend their stay in VCT.
Well, you
if
put
they
a lot of
perform like
question.
you guys.
I think the most fair way is for all teams to be able to face relegation. But I know, technicalities and stuff like that, it doesn't really work like that. For us, we were able to have a first year to just test the waters and get used to VCT. Luckily, we were a good team and we were able to make it far. I would say if you're a good team from Ascension, you have enough experience as a roster to go into VCT and, win some games. So I think it's fair for everyone. I like the opportunity to be able to extend your stay, and if you qualify for champs, you get to play again. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of questions like, oh, if you make it deep and you don't
and maybe you even win champions and you just go back to Ascension. That kind of sucks, but that's out of the window now. So I think Riot made a good move on that. I think it's still a pretty fair system. It is brutal, but that's the nature of competition, right? If you're a good team, you stay. If not, you got to go back. So I think it's okay.
True.
Thank you so
It's
much
good.
and good luck.
You don't need to fight again and
We'll
again.
take the next question from Pedro Romero.
I think is they want to keep the strong ones in the competition and bring the new ones from the different leagues to give them more opportunities to go for champions, or I don't know. I think they want to bring more new teams.
Pedro?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Because to be honest, the tournament, I think it's the competition is between 8, 9 teams maybe. If you're doing the list, it's 9, 10 maximum. They can really go for the number one, but they will be the same thing, same teams. They will rotate, just rotate, and that they don't like it. This one, I think they want to change a little the structure of the
Perfect.
teams.
Hey guys, good to see y'all in the press
Interesting.
conference. Got a question for Jing. Obviously, looking at the story of this Paper X squad, it's vastly different to the one that came so close to winning the whole thing last year. Of course, with you returning to the squad, having Moniet at the start of the year, and then gradually improving to this point, qualifying for champions. That said, my question to you is, in what way do you feel this version of the PRX squad is different to last year's squad? Sure, you guys have the same squad, but still, what is one thing that you feel is much more different this year to last year?
I feel like last year we had more time because like this year at the start they were practicing with Moniet and then I came in and there was really little time, and this year the season is shorter as well, so games are closer to each other. So I feel like preparation time wise we have less compared to last year, but I still feel like we are still the same squad. Yeah, I don't think much has changed.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Tung Duong from Kwang Valorant.
Hello. Have a good day, everyone. I have two questions for two players. First of all, is Mr. Fallin from Food. What do you think about your new lineup performance in Master Shanghai and VCT EMEA State 1 and 2? And what goal in the champion? Thank you so much. And you go in champion. Yeah.
Our roster is, I think, better than the last year because we just exceeded like the 2021 champion, and he has a lot of experience from us. So we learn against how to play against the big teams like. But I think we have good team, better than last year because in this season in the kickoff we might miss a little bit, but on Shanghai and on the EMEA stages 1 and 2, I think we played as a good team than the other teams against EMEA. So we might maybe select on the playoffs on the stage 2, but I think it doesn't matter because we are still in champions. So we're gonna give our best in champions right now. That's all.
So my second question for Valin from G2 Esport. What do you think about Map Abyss, and what will your team prepare for this champion? Thank you so much.
I think the new map is pretty cool. I think having Breeze come out and Abyss in, it kind of is like a similar map because it's very wide, it's very big. The rotations are long for attack and defense, so
Very
it
big.
fills that void of missing Breeze. I think it's a funny map too because you can fall off and just die. I think.
True.
When I played against 100 Thieves for qualification game, and Boostio just fell off the map one of the rounds. I thought it was funny. So it's a good map.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Tong Tong, Billy Billy.
这个问题想问一下康康选手啊，在这次的冠军赛之前，EDG 在第2赛段呢是有了一个变阵，而且效果是非常不错的。同时，作为1号种子，EDG 肯定是承担着巨大的压力的。那么现在整个团队针对这次的比赛啊，都做了一些哪些准备？无论是思想上的，还是说在游戏内容上的？
我觉得就游戏内容上肯定增加了更多，然后让队伍
Please translate
道具协同啊什么的做得更好吧。然后在心理上可能就放开了打，不要在意太多那些东西。对，就没有什么好失去的，而且这次就是来玩的。对，对于我来说就是这样的。
So the question was, before these champions in the stage 2 in CN, you guys have a roster change, and as the first seed for CN League, I'm sure that there are a lot of pressure on your shoulder. So tell us about your preparation for these champs, no matter on mentality or your game content. And Kangkang's answer was that, of course, we prepared a lot, even more on the game content, and also including the synergy and our comps. And for mentality, I would like to say we just gonna try ourselves and play our own thing. Nothing too big deal. Just gonna, try our best.
Good answer.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Valeria.
I put a lot of confidence in them. My opinion, they will go like second. And Pepper is the third. I think I put Pygmy. I choose.
Hello, everyone. My question
Pygmy.
is to Jing. Throughout playoff and the break before the champions, did you guys get a chance to work on the expansion of your map pool and also agent comp pool? And also, specific question is about the mentality. I know that you've been working with the performance coach for a while. Can you share if there was already some positive experience and positive results? Thank you.
I think yes, for both questions, yes, definitely. Like, even if we have a really good map pool, you can always improve. So we're always practicing and trying to get better at every map. And for performance coach wise, I think, yeah, definitely. I think after taking like big losses and stuff, people can be really sad and stuff. So the performance coach definitely helps our mentality in like resetting and just focusing on what's coming up next.
Thank you. And one more question, real quick. Aspas today earlier mentions that he wants to go one-on-one against Jing because he likes you. Any words in response to that?
I mean, hopefully I play against Aspas again. I've only played against him, I think once, and it was in Champs last year. So maybe this time we can meet again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They want both of them
Thank
to
you.
play
We'll go
against
next to Ravish.
Nice.
Sure. Hey guys, what's up? So my question is for Valen. Firstly, hey, what's up, man? You good? Real quick, man. So first and foremost, massive congrats on winning, of course, IGL and Control of the Year, two massive dubs back to back, given over on VCT, right? Now, we talked a long time ago about you playing like you have a chip on your shoulder and you got a lot to prove. Do you think finally you've been given the respect you deserve, or is there still more that you got to let people know?
I think it feels good to make champions and be selected for awards. It feels nice, but we haven't won anything big yet, to be honest. We haven't won a stage. We haven't won a Masters. So there's nothing for me to feel like too happy about. I still have a lot to prove as an individual and for my team. So we're just gonna come out here and do our best, and hopefully, we can finally lift a trophy. That would be really cool.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Alan.
Yeah, thank you. So this is a question for Kang Kang. I'll speak English first. So this is part of two-part question. So for the first part about the New Jersey, looks really different. And what is your thought about your New Jersey? And the second part is we all know that in last year's champions 2023, EDG is really, or should we say, in the whole year of 2023, EDG is showing a great performance. You got your first
New
win
Jersey.
and a very good, rank in the two international event. For this year, how do you feel that you and your team are currently at compared to last year, and especially maybe in the background of the global competition？Hello，康康，我是 Alan。2个问题，第一个问题你应该也感觉也听懂了，就是你们换了新队服，你对这个新队服有什么感觉吗？你觉得它好看吗？
我觉得还可以，就是它右边那个黑色有点感觉怪怪的，其他都挺
好。
然后
OK， 然后第二个问题是问到这个红的是什么？
对我这个也有点不理解，因为它风大了，它就老吹刮我脸
啊。
Please don't like that
OK，
one。
好然后第二个问题是问到说，就是因为你们其实在去年拿到了一个非常好的成绩，对吧？东京大师赛，然后冠军赛拿到了一个非常好的成绩和名次和结果。然后，那你们觉得在今年对比去年来说，你们认为队伍和你自己，不管是你们队伍整体还是你个人，有了一些什么样的变化？然后，尤其是如果我们放到可能冠军赛这个背景下面，你们觉得你们的竞争力是在往上走还是怎么样？还是在一个差不多的水平线上
？He's want to laugh。
我觉得就是感觉大家来冠军赛其实都是为了赢嘛，就是那个过程它。
To be honest, I like this gold here with ADG with the emblem of. It's quite nice. I don't understand here. Yeah, it's a little suspicious. White, I don't like it. It's come on. At least the red, because your country dragon, and it's nice.
艰难或者轻松而已。就是我觉得其实能够进入世界赛，其实大家在我眼里面其实都是一样的，就是没有在就不可能像以前不一样了。就以前可能觉得大家都比我们厉害，但现在我觉得我应该放下那种东西，我觉得我应该平视他们，而且我觉得只是过程艰辛或者简单而已。所以说，我觉得就做好我们自己该做的东西就行了，然后不去惧怕他们，好好打。对，就是自己想。
好的，加油加油，保重。Okay, so the answer from Kang Kang is he actually generally he likes the New Jersey and there's some special design on it. Even though there's some part of it is he doesn't really understand. And the second part of the question is his answer is he actually thinks that everyone coming into this event wants to win it all, of course. And but for he and his team, for EDG, they come into this event and they feel that they are less like feeling like an underdog compared to last year, because last year they were feeling like they were maybe they are not competitive enough in the all 16 teams. But now they feels like we are all have a equal chance in this tournament, and they would really want to just show their best.
Never said you have the same chance. No, you have bigger. You need to have confidence, man. More confidence, more power.
Will show their best effort during this event. Thank you.
So more than that, Concon just said that about the design of their New Jersey. The black things on their right shoulder was a little bit weird, and the red stick, he doesn't really understand that because when the wind is too big, just to blow in his face. And for the second question, he just said that he thinks the most important things is about the process. The process, no matter is difficult or easy for the team, the most important things.
Why the guy is translate if he don't know what is translate?
Is to play their own thing and try their best in the game. And this year, they feel like everybody seems like they will treat every team as the same and think they are maybe at the same level with the other teams.
Good.
So that's
a little confidence.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Juan plus Olivia.
这里有2个问题想问到康康选手啊。第一个问题是换了指挥之后有没有觉得团队配合更好，大家更找到了正确定位？那你对于新阵容在本届冠军赛的目标是什么？
I hope the woman is translate. That's it.
第一个问题可能是
Please
换了指挥，
translate.
其实只是风格上面的差异吧，因为王思旭的指挥风格可能跟东哥的指挥风格是不一样的。然后第二个问题，可能我的期待更多是 其实肯定是想赢比赛的，但是我觉得在国内我们就说过这个问题了，就是其实 Simon 这是第一次嘛，所以说更希望的是能够带他去享受一下舞台。对。
好，还有一个问题是，再一次面对到 PRX 战队，已经在世界赛上有多次的交手，想问一下，再次面对到他们，可以给我们展现一下怎么样的比赛呢？
我不知道我们这一次能不能遇到，对，要不就是他们全身竞技，要不就是我们全身竞技，要不就是反正总之有可能有个队伍遇不到，好吧，有一个机会是遇不到的，所以说我根本就不知道我们能不能遇到他们。
Say something funny?
但是很期待跟他们的对战，因为我确实很喜欢他们。对。
So the first question,
What?
Oh, okay. So the first question was that we know that EDG have changed your IJL. So do you think you guys have cooperation better than before? And what's your goal and expectation for these champions? And Kankan's answer is that it feels like it's just about the IJLing style between Nobody and Haodong. And if we want to talking about our expectation for these champions, of course we want to win. And I also have said that before. This is the first international tournament for Simon, and I just wanted to let him to know that how to enjoy the stage and how to have fun and play your own thing on the stage. And second question is that this time you have been the same group with PRX again, and you guys have faced against each other so many times in the international tournament. So, what do you think it will be if you guys have faced against each other in this group stage? And Kankan's answer was that he doesn't really know if they're gonna meet because there will be one team that they won't meet in the group, but he's still really looking forward if they have a chance to face against with PRX.
Wow.
That's all. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
sorry.
you.
One more question for Jin.
No, we have to go to a different reporter. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
We'll go next to Brandon at esports.gg.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Try
I'll
to take
ask
all the
this
time.
to Jing. Last year we saw your emotions. I was there, when you guys got second at champions, not knowing, when you'd be back with the team. This year, there's a lot of talk about Pacific, winning their first, Masters event, and it went to Gen G instead of, Paper Rex or DRX, who many expected it to be. Do you feel like there's a pressure that's kind of lifted off your shoulders now that you guys don't have to be the first from your region to win, an international tournament, and now you can just kind of relax and go through champions on your own?
Why to relax? You want to win everything, man. What is this question? You want to win everything. It's not exist. If you don't play for win, you just play for nothing.
And try to win that.
No, relax, man.
I think for us, we didn't really put like pressure on ourselves to be the first team to win. But now that Gen G has won, I guess it just shows that Pacific is not really like that weak of a region. So I mean,
of course not.
That probably just pushes us to work even harder and want to win for Pacific the second trophy.
Good. Push.
Thank you. And unfortunately, this will be our last question of the press conference. Sierra, would you like to close us out?
Yeah, of course. My question is for Valen. So in one of the earlier press conference groups, they talked about the consistency of careers in VCT for players like Mako, Boaster, and Kesnet. How do you think your unique experience of once competing in VCT back with a guard and then having to battle back through Ascension has affected how you have developed as a player, and maybe how the G2 core has developed as a team, especially since you've now kind of reached a new peak of qualifying for champions?
I'm just curious. They are not allowed to ask anything. Example, they are play each other here. They are enemies. They are not allowed to ask them like, what you think about the G2 or what you think about the Paper X. They ask only some, I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely a long journey to get to this point. My first big showing in VCT was back in 2021, I believe, or 2022 when we qualified for Reykjavik. And from there, we didn't make the partnership league, so we had to climb our way back up into VCT. And so I think I learned a lot about my team. We experienced a lot of different things, going from international events to just playing Ascension online all year, and then getting redemption and land when we went to Brazil. Going into this year, I think we had pretty high expectations of ourselves, just because we are all hungry players. We want to show that we can be one of the best, and we had a successful year. So I'm happy about that. Going to 2 international lands this year, I feel like I've gained a lot of experience. And so with that, I'm just going to apply it, learn as much as I can, and hopefully come out with more wins and hopefully have a consistent and successful career like some of the other players you mentioned.
Thank you so much.
Valen, Jing, Kang, Mr. Fallon, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. This will conclude the pre-event press conference, and we'll be back tomorrow with more interviews and post-match conferences. Thank you and good night.
I like this one. And the last one.
Hello.
Hello.
We are joined by Mako, Kisnet, Boaster, and Knight. We have about 50 media in attendance, and we'll begin with questions from the remote media. Rabia, would you like to start us off on this conference?
Sure. Thank you so much. My question is to Knight. It will be a quick one. FNS will be watch partying Bilibili versus Fnatic. Do you want to give him any message?
那这个问题问到的是小 K， 因为你们第一场是跟 Fnatic 打嘛，然后有没有什么想说的
？Fnatic 打
FNS。
哦
FNS is watching。
哦 ，FNS 也在看，然后有没有什么话想要跟 FNS 说？
哦 ，FNS，其实我在 B 站有刷到你的很多切片，我还蛮喜欢你的。我之前说的话，其实只是在赛场上，说的话，不代表我对你的不尊敬，我很尊敬你。对。
Fun plus
so FNS, I just want to tell you, I saw so many clips on Bilibili, and I just want to say, like, I respect you a lot. Please don't take that wrong way, and I really like you. I just say some trash talk on stage.
可以补充吗？
可以。
如果你想的话，可以来哔哩哔哩直播。
If you want, you can stream on Bilibili as well.
Thank you so much.
This is what I want.
We'll go next to Sons of Chaos.
Fire between them.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to ask a question. My question is for Kesnit. I want to ask if it's okay to do it in Spanish.
Go ahead.
Yes, it is okay. I'm here.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Kesnit, primero que nada, muchas gracias por el tiempo. ¿Cuáles son los objetivos de crew para el torneo, tanto en términos de rendimiento como en equipo? Adicionalmente, si tuvieras que hacer un ranking de los duelistas que hay en el torneo, ¿en qué puesto te pondrías?
Yo creo que tenemos como primera meta, obviamente, pasar de grupos y como ranking de duelista me pongo primero siempre y después Aspa y ni uno más.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Good luck in the coming matches.
The question was about an objective for crew, especially as a team. And second question would be to rank the duelists. Where would Kesnet put himself? And Kesnet responded that one of crew's objectives is to obviously pass groups. And in rankings, he would put himself and then Aspas and nobody else.
Too much confident.
All right, we'll go next to Brandon at esports.gg.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'll ask this to Boaster. With the Olympics going on right now, I'd like to ask kind of your thoughts on regional pride in Valorant. You know, are you playing for your team? You know, do you have a sense of playing for, EMEA? And, which country do you think would perform best in a sort of Valorant Olympics?
Okay, so if there was a Valorant Olympics, well, I think it's safe to say UK is not going to be doing very well there. No, maybe we do okay. We're going to be doing very well. If there was a Valorant Olympics, well, I think it's safe to say UK is not going to be doing very well there. No, maybe we do okay. We'll be believing, that's for sure. I think the obvious one is Turkey, South Korea. Like those ones, I've already got teams that are performing pretty well as a core 5-man roster. But yeah, as for this event, if I'm playing for EMEA or anything, not really. I'm just here to play the game and have fun at champs. So let's get it.
Good answer.
We'll go next to OnePlus.
Let's get it. He's coming home.
네, 이 질문은 마코 선수에게 하고 싶습니다. 그 스테이트 결승전에서 패배한 후 팀을 어떻게 주장을 했습니까? 이번 경기 어떻게 기대는 가지고 있습니까?
I want to say to Booster.
다시
He's
한
coming home.
번만 질문해 주시겠어요? 잘 못 들어가지고.
I will say
네.
to Booster
그
message.
스테이트 결승전에서 패배한 후 팀을 어떻게 주장을 했습니까? 그 이번 경기 어떻게 기대는 가지고 있습니까?
스테이지 2 때 이제 끝나고 나서 저희는 좀 더 이제 실수를 줄이자고 좀 많이 말했었고 그 실수를 이제 줄이기 위해서 이제 스크림을 통해서 지금 고쳐 나가는 중에 있습니다.
好，这个问题问到 Knet 选手。然后前段时间 BLG 一直有所起伏，加入新成员之后成功进入冠军赛。队伍里现在有第一次打国际赛事的选手，然后会不会紧张呢？队伍又如何调整的心态呢？
我觉得调整应该不用做太多的调整吧，因为其实我们队员上来的心态也是比较放松的，包括 Neff 和弗勒辛，虽然他们是第一次打，但是他们其实在国内打过很多其他类型的比赛，对。然后我也给 Neff 说了，我说哥这次绝对带你拿下你的第一个胜利。
好的，那因为 BLG 在季后赛的过程中没有在新地图上和其他队伍进行过较量嘛，那么这次在冠军赛上会给大家展示一下新地图吗？
如果有机会的话，可以展示这个新地图吧。对。
好的，谢谢。
There is 2 questions. The first question is actually in previous time there is lots of ups and downs in BLG, and I just want to know, especially like there is 2 players like Nav and Flexing. They are the debut on the international tournament. So do you think there is a little bit intense, or how do you guys manage to adjust your mentality?
Very good translator, man. It's keep a long time. It's need to keep in the mind of this. I can't keep mind, man. I forget everything.
And his answer is, I don't think we should do many adjustments of our mentality because we are super like relaxed or something stuff like that. And talk about nap and flexing. Actually, they used to play other type of games or other tournament in the previous time. So, and also I told Nav that I will take him to take his first win. And the second question is, BLG haven't played Abyss, this new map, in playoffs or stage 2. So will you play it in champs? And Knight's answer is, if I have the opportunity, maybe I will.
Thank you so much. We'll take the next question from Sierra.
Yeah, hello. My question goes to Boaster. I just wanted to ask for comments on your upcoming collaboration with Derivacat for Champions. Just how was it experience? What was like a favorite memory with preparing that song that's coming out on August 2nd?
Yeah, I think Derivacat's pretty good at making music, safe to say. Whenever I had any like ideas or if I was to say anything, she'd quickly be able to efficiently work on it and then give me some feedback or send it back to me. I didn't actually get to spend too much time on it. We had one little Discord call for like 3 hours, and that was when I wrote the rap. But yeah, she did really good in the song. The boys listened to it and they were like, yeah, she sounds really good. Me, on the other hand, we're not really sure how good I am in it, so I'm not going to say anything. I'll just let everyone else interpret however they want to feel about it. But yeah, I don't know if I'm excited or a bit like, oh no, that is coming out, but we'll see. It was a fun little project. And I'm always happy to do these sort of things. And yeah, I mean, you'll have to wait and see. What day is it? 2nd of August? 2nd of August.
Thank you.
No worries.
I assume we're not getting a preview in this press conference.
Nah, I'm afraid not. I've forgotten it.
All right. We'll go next to Ravish.
It's forgotten.
Sorry. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So question again to follow up with Boaster as well too. So real quick, as always, what dances have you prepped for your walkout so far? Are there any that we can look forward to? And just real quick on the second, I saw on Will Minder's list you also put Kiss of Life on there. So what was your bias on that band? Seriously. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so walkouts. I haven't actually prepared any walkouts yet. I won't lie, because every time I prepared a walkout, it's very difficult to do them when we walk out, because it's like we're walking on stage. I don't know where the cameras are, so it's really difficult to know when to actually dance. So it's been quite difficult. So this event, we potentially have some celebrations though, so that might be exciting that if they all get allowed. And yeah, I think I'll save the walkouts for if we make it to the big stadium, because I think I know how the camera angles will work there, and it'll be easier to pull off, I think. So yeah, there's that. And then yeah, so obviously Kiss of Life have been involved in the Champions Anthem, and I was like, oh, who are they? I kind of saw like some like TikToks about them, but I never listened to their music. So then I started listening to their music just in case I was to meet them at this event and be like, oh hey, yo, what's up? Like, oh, I listened to this song. I like this song. Which is so yeah, so that was my planning for that conversation. And honestly, I don't really have a stan right now because I don't actually know them. So we'll see on the day if we do actually end up getting to meet them. Whoever well, I'm only meeting two, I guess. So either Julie or Natty is going to be the one that could be the bias, to be fair. So there we go.
Solid. Thanks, man. Cheers.
No worries.
Thank you. We'll go next to Miguel Mendez from Codigo Esports.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Mi pregunta sería para Kesney. Kenny, me gustaría saber qué aspectos ha trabajado Crew para mejorar desde la eliminación en VCT Américas.
Nada, creo que estamos trabajando en nada, en lo mental y cómo cerrar más partidos, prácticamente. Y eso nomás, porque hemos tenido poco tiempo.
The question was, what aspect has Crew been working on since their elimination in VCT Americas? And Kesnet said he's been working on his mental and how to really close out games, but they haven't really had much time to work on anything else.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Alan.
Okay, thank you. So this is a question for K-Knight. So first of all, his ID is pronounced as K-Knight, it's not Knight. Yeah, that's okay. So my question is for K-Knight, and my question is, it's been a year since your last appearance in the international stage, and the last year's champion is a Miracle Run, and it's something that will go in the books, in the history books of VCT. But compared to last year, what do you think you have been most growing up, your takeaway from the whole year's grow this process. 所以Kenneth，我的提问是这样的，我是 Alan， 我的提问是这样的，就是因为其实我们都知道，就是你们在时隔1年之后重新回到了国际比赛，然后其实去年的冠军赛你们的表现，非常非常的惊艳，然后其实我相信也是一定超出你们自己的一个非常大的一个预期，然后但这1年回过头去看这1年，你觉得你在这1年当中你的最大的成长和变化是什么？
这1年其实也没有那么顺利吧，我感觉最大的成长可能是心态方面吧，然后还有一些游戏内的吧，因为我们有新教练的加入嘛，可以给我们的战术体系得以完善吧。我感觉还是选手个人心态方面的成长吧。
Okay, so the answer from K-Knight is actually this is not an easy year for them. So it's very bumpy, and they have new coach coming in, and their philosophy has a little bit switching up, and they think that the most important part is their improvements in mentality, and yes, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Tang Duan.
Hi, this question is for Boaster. congrats on winning the Stage 2 trophy. And you guys are going to playing against BLG in your first match. And they beat NRG twice in 2023, champs after not being expected to do so. So do you guys have any expectation for this match?
Truth be told, I don't think I have any expectations. We're just going to prepare like we have to any team because anything can happen at an event. So we're not going to let our guard down. And we know, I think we're just going to take it very like chill. For me, this event, I'm going to just be very chill because when I'm chill, we're actually playing quite well. So I think that's going to be my focus. And as for the team, we're just going to prepare hard and take it game by game. So yeah, we got Bilibili first. We've played them in the past, so it'd be a nice little rematch for them. And yeah, I had my life game versus them last time, and I'm not gonna lie, we played deathmatch versus each other today, and I was shooting some heads. Like, so maybe I'll be able to shoot heads on the game day as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm just super excited to play on the stage, and Shanghai didn't go as how I expected, and so this event, I know what went wrong, and I know what I did, what I could have done better, and this event is going to be a redemption for that, hopefully.
Good.
Thank you. We'll go next to Kwang Valorant, Tang Duan.
Hello. I have two questions for two players. First of all is Booster. Coming to champion with a new player, hero still lack experiment in international competition. How do you feel about this player after VCT's EMEA Stage 2? You can answer first, and we can go to player 2.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we've got Hero. It's his first international tournament, but it was his first game against BBL, and he played pretty well back in the split. And I don't think anything's any different. The guy, he's quite stoic in his mindset. He's he's just a kid that's enjoying the whole gaming process. So yeah, I think he's gonna do fine. I think we've been doing really well. And in scrims, he's been popping off on some of the scrims, which is what we like to see. We're not expecting it every map, but when it does happen, we've got to praise it. So yeah, I think we're having fun, I'd say.
Okay, thank you. My second question for Kesnit from Crew. For what do you think about your performance in VCT America? And Jen, about your team can go deeper into champion. Also, what about any changing about your team performance in this season? Thank you so much.
Te quiere preguntar qué opinas de tu performance en VCT Américas y también entrando a Champs, ¿cómo ha cambiado el equipo su mental o la estrategia?
Creo que individualmente fue abajo de lo normal, de lo esperado mío, y creo que lo que hemos trabajado como equipo es lo que repetí anteriormente. Creo que el mental y nada, creo que nos hemos preparado súper bien estos 4 días, así que vamos con ansia y con fe.
So individually on his performance, he performed lower than he expected. And for the second part of the question, as a team, they really want to work on that mental. And especially, they've had very little time. They've had to prep for 4 days. So they're going into it hopeful, but also anxious.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Valeria.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Seoul. My question is to DRX Mako. At the end of stage 2, and especially in playoffs, you guys demonstrated an impressive play and unbelievable progress as a team. What enabled such a quick growth, and do you think that you can keep the momentum and get even better throughout the champions? And additionally, do you think that your younger teammates will handle the pressure of international games well?
Oh, good question. From the youngest, it's a quite good question.
정현님 통역.
Please translate.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. The question was, what enabled such a quick growth for the team throughout the playoffs? And do they are they able to keep the momentum for the champions? And additionally, about the younger teammates, if they can handle the pressure of international games well, in Marco's opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. 먼저 DRX가 엄청 빠른 성장을 보여줬는데 비결이 뭔지 그리고 이 성장세를 계속해서 챔피언스 때도 상승세로 이어갈 수 있을지 그리고 좀 경험이 많지 않은 선수들이 들어왔잖아요. 이런 선수들이 부담감이라는 거를 잘 핸들할 수 있을 것 같은지에 대해서 마코 선수의 의견을 물어보고 있어요.
일단은 저희가 이렇게 빠르게 발전할 수 있었던 이유는 아마 저희끼리 이제 합을 맞출 때도 그렇고 많이 신인 선수들을 가르치기도 했고 그리고 무엇보다 실수에 대해서 말도 많이 했었기 때문에 저희가 좀 빠르게 성장을 할 수 있었던 것 같고 또 이번 챔피언스가 이제 애초에 국제대회가 처음인 선수가 2명 있는데 그 신인 선수들은 또 이제 제가 뭐 잘 케어해가지고 같이 이끌어갈 생각이고요. 저희는 이제 그리고 어린 선수들이 많기 때문에 이것보다 더 잘할 수 있을 것 같아요. 퍼시픽 때보다.
Well, during stage 2, we were, open to talk about any sort of mistakes, and also we were open to having those hard talks to make sure that we fix our mistakes and also clean up our game. And I think we have a good momentum going forward. Also, we have young players who can shoot, so I think we're going to perform better than we did in stage 2 as well in terms of the experience that the younger players need, because for some of them, this is their first international event. Ever. I'm trying to provide them with the best guidance that I can to make sure that they perform well under the pressure.
Good.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
Help. 감사합니다.
Thank you. And we'll take the last question of this press conference from Brandon.
The last question is still 15 minutes, man.
Thank you very much. I'll ask this to Kesnet. We've seen Crew at every iteration of champions so far, but the team hasn't made it out of the group stage since 2021. My question is, what makes this team different than the past teams where you guys think you can make that deeper run? What kind of improvements have we seen over the years? We saw that LCQ run last year. You guys had that run this year at the start of VCT America Stage 1. Just what makes the team this year different compared to those in the past where you feel you guys can pull it off finally?
Kesnit, pregunta para Kesnit. Hemos visto a Crew en cada nivel de champs y también desde 2021. Quiere preguntar, ¿qué es eso de Crew que marca esa diferencia esta vez en este champs?
Creo que tenemos jugadores nuevos como Fei y Motita que tienen demasiada mira, que nos ayudan mucho a nuestro estilo de juego y nada, creo que cada uno confía en el otro y tenemos una muy buena química. Entonces creo que ahora tenemos el potencial para pasar al grupo y lograr algo más bueno como dijo él en el 2021.
He said they can really reach a new level here because they have a lot of new players, notably Shy and MTA, who play really good lookouts, and they've held their play style. And just believing in each other, they have that chemistry and that potential to do better this time.
Wow, that is a
Thank you so much. We're actually going to keep taking a few questions. I got a false cue that we should be wrapping up. We'll go next to Skykey.
이 질문은 마코 선수한테 드리는 질문인데요. 마코 선수가 IGL 한 지 얼마 안 돼서 이제 좀 더 마음이 편해지셨는지 보완할 부분에 대해 궁금합니다.
이제 IGL을 맡은 지 거의 2달 돼가는 중인데 이제 사실 처음에 했을 때보다는 편한 거는 사실이고 그리고 아직까지 배워야 될 점도 많다고 생각을 하기 때문에 뭐 그렇다고 막 그렇게 큰 부담은 있지 않고요. 좀 괜찮을 것 같아요 하면서.
So this question was about whether Mako feels comfortable taking over that IGL role now. And Mako's answer was, it's been 2 months since I took over the IGLing duty. And for me, I wouldn't say I'm entirely comfortable or used to the role, but I'm getting better and I'm feeling more comfortable. But there are still a lot of things to learn when it comes to, being a better IGL. So I'm just have to keep trying.
Still, you
to be,
show
a better leader for the team.
you show a lot of progress in the team, man.
Thank you. We'll go next to Pedro Romero.
In 2 months.
Guys, nice to see you guys over in this press conference. Got a question for Boaster. You mentioned a little bit about expectations for your upcoming match against Billy Billy. I want to just kind of piggyback off that, not just focusing on this match, but just focusing on just your expectations the entire year. Of course, you've spoken at lengths over your mentality and also the team's mentality for throughout this year. Not making Madrid, playing in Shanghai, going through stage 2, having Hero get into the team, and then continuing the form through stage 2 and making champions. How has that kind of mentality of yourself changed throughout this entire year, in which you now reach a point where now you're getting ready for this event? And in addition to that, how do you kind of compare this whole process to last year? Because of course, this is a different squad compared to last year's squad at this point of the year.
I think that that kind of sums up with the expectations. I think expectations have been the bane of me this year. Starting the year expecting this, going to Shanghai expecting that, and I just think like the game doesn't care about what I expect or what the team expects. The game only cares about if you go up on that day and you shoot heads, essentially. So I think coming into this event, I have zero expectations. And that's what I'm kind of focusing on. I could come to this event and be thinking, oh, I want to get to here, I want to do this, I expect this, but I think it doesn't make a healthy boaster. It makes a boaster that is stressed and whiny and aggy and expecting too much from the players, and then they end up falling a bit behind as well. So something that I'm going to be working on over the next 2 days is literally not living by that rule, and whatever happens, happens. And yeah, like screw it, let's just go and play some games and see if we shoot heads on the day. And that's all I'm going to do. And I'm just going to prepare as hard as possible so that we have more of a chance of winning. But that's pretty much it. And then as for in comparison to this year, and like getting Hero in, I think that's a big thing. Like Hero, we didn't expect that he would be playing, and it worked out. So I think that's the thing, you just got to roll with the hand you've been given and do your best. And everyone seems to be stepping up, and I'm really liking the progress we've made and the journey that we're going to. Yeah, I'd say that would be it. In comparison to last year, we were a fresh team and we were hungry. This year, we were juggling different challenges, and yeah, I think it's all a big learning experience, and I'm very grateful for it. I'm grateful to be in this space and playing the video game, and doing extra stuff too. So yeah, I think this tournament, we'll have to wait and see how far we go. But first game, Billy, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Strafe Esports.
Thank you. So my question is actually for both Mako and Boaster. So as Mako mentioned, he's been IGL of DRX for a few months now, but on the other side, Boaster has been IGL of Fnatic for quite a while now. So I want to ask the two of you, do you feel any differently about this responsibility from when you first stepped up as IGL compared to now?
마코 선수랑 보스터 선수에게 물어보고 싶은 질문이라고 했는데 두 선수의 IGL 경력에 있어서 차이가 많이 나잖아요. 근데 뭔가 이제 처음 IGL을 잡았을 때 느꼈던 그런 마음가짐과 지금 조금 그래도 경력이 쌓인 이후에 어떤 생각이 드는지, 어떤 마음가짐인지.
저는 IGL을 처음 맡게 됐을 때는 사실 좀 많이 막막하긴 했었어요. 도대체 어떻게 게임을 빌려 나가야 되고 어떻게 팀을 막 조정해야 되고 막 그런 거를 좀 모르는 상태로 했었는데 결국에는 주어진 상황이 있으면 그냥 적응을 하는 게 사람이잖아요. 그래가지고 그냥 뭐 하다 보니까 또 괜찮게 되는 것
It's a
같더라고요.
big
그래가지고
role, to be honest.
뭐 처음엔 힘들었지만
It's not
후반부에
easy.
가면 갈수록 할만하다. 그리고 또 뭐랄까 팀원을 조종하는데 능력도 생기는 것 같고 그냥 뭔가 좀 재미있게 느껴지긴 해요. 아이제를 함으로써.
Well, at first, I had to start from the scratch. I was feeling lost. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to call those shots that can help my teammates and help the team? But now I'm slowly kind of getting used to it, and
Experience.
I think I'm learning a lot, and I'm definitely feeling more comfortable with the role. And it's fun. Now that I look at it, you have power to control your teammates and also manipulate them. And they do, as you say. So it's a fresh role for me, and it's a fun role.
Puppet.
And for me,
Master
I'd
puppet.
say just at the start, if I was to compare it now, I was just enjoying the process and didn't expect to be here. Now, obviously, fast forward 4 years later, yeah, there's been a lot of learning experiences to learn from. And just when I thought at the start of this year, I've been through it all, I'm ready for anything, boom, this year happens, and there was more learning experiences. So yeah, it never gets old, never gets boring, that's for sure. You're always tired, kind of, unless you sleep and gym. That kind of helps a little bit. And yeah, unfortunately for Mako, it doesn't get any better from here, mate. So welcome to the IGLing role. Yeah, it's tough, and it is rewarding though. I'll take that though.
마코 선수 앞으로도 힘들 거래요. 나아지지 않는데요.
All right.
I think he accepted his fate. Yeah.
All right. Thank you to you both, and all the best to all of you for your upcoming matches.
It's a
Thank you. We'll take
it's
the
a
next
big
question
word.
from Antonio Romero.
Yes, thank you. Mi pregunta es para Kesnit. Kesnit, estuvieron muy cerca de clasificar a Master Shanghai y después las cosas se complicaron un poco y estuvieron muy cerca de no clasificar al Mundial. Ya que habían logrado ganar el partido contra 100 Thieves, ¿qué tanto impactó esto en sus emociones, en la presión que quizás sentían por enfrentar este partido y pues ya tener un lugar en el Mundial?
Yo no sentía ningún tipo de presión, creo que nadie sentía ningún tipo de presión. Si no lo cumplíamos, había que trabajar más duro. Creo que si estamos acá es por el motivo de que trabajamos bien y no fue por ni un tema de suerte. Creo que lo merecemos y nada, demostrar aquí y seguir con el mental positivo que hemos tenido como equipo.
So the question started off, you guys were so close to classifying for Shanghai, and then it became a bit complicated, and you guys almost didn't reach these internationals. How much did the match against 100 Thief affect you guys? And Kesnet responded, I didn't feel any pressure. Neither of the other guys felt any pressure. If we didn't win it, we just had to work harder. And, we got to where we are now because everybody worked really hard, and it's become like this positive change.
Oh.
Thank you.
Confident.
And we'll take the last question from Arnab.
Hey guys, first of all, I want to ask actually to all of you guys. I'm interested to know what are your pickings for champions in the end game feature which is recently introduced by Riot, and what are your simple thoughts on it?
Sorry, did you say the thoughts on the new map Abyss?
No. The new champs pick'em event which is being introduced, and what are their pick'ems? I expect bias from everyone, but it would be great to know about their thoughts.
The champs pick'ems.
Yep.
Okay. So the champs pick'ems are essentially something where the community can vote and choose who wins against who, and then if you get 100%, you get a title. For me, I've never done a pick'ems in my life, so it doesn't affect me. But it is quite fun for the community. I can see how it can be quite exciting, especially if you are en route to 100%. But good luck. If anyone gets 100%, I'll shave my head. No, I won't really, but yeah.
La pregunta fue que ¿qué opinas del Champs Pick'ems? Pregunta para todos.
No sé qué opinar de eso, o sea, ¿es bueno que lo hagan? No sé, es muy mala la pregunta.
He says he doesn't know what to think about that. It's kind of a bad question. Is there any other maybe question you'd like to ask?
Yeah, we'll take another one. Yep. Strafe, would you like to close us out with your question?
Sorry, no, my hand was actually raised by mistake. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Alan, we'll go to you then.
Okay. So my final question to wrap up for you guys. Hi, Buster. I'm Alan. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you. Hello.
So you know that in this group, like Marco and Kaznet and you three all experienced 2021 champions, and it's been hell of 3 years. And looking back to this kind of 3 years time, and it's actually there are a lot of longevity players like you and like all three of you. And what is your at least your personal thoughts about your secrets in keeping your longevity in esports career?
Yeah, honestly, I think the only reason I'm here is because I'm an IGL. Let's be real. So I've really focused on that route, and it seems to be working out. Whereas when I remember Mako when he first joined, the guy was literally like a 200. I can't remember how many ADI he was, but he was popping heads at the start of DRX. And so I'm not surprised that he's still here today, as long as he is still motivated. And yeah, I still remember Kesnet running through Haven Garage, jumping in the window and shooting me in the head. And I felt like I couldn't do anything against him on the arena at that champion. So yeah, I think that's why I'm sat here today. It feels like just yesterday, in my opinion. Like I don't know where the time has gone. But yeah, that's
Wow.
why these guys are still in the
remember
game,
him.
is because back then they were still at the top of the game and they were like classified as some of the best in their roles. So yeah, and I think I've answered it. There we go.
Okay, thank you, and good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Mako, Kesnet, Boaster, K-Knight, thank you so much for taking part in this press conference, and we'll be back with the final group after this.
Final group? Another one? No. Okay, that's it. I wish to see tomorrow live, but I will not see it. I will see it after it's alive. No, it's not alive. Yeah, I will see it tomorrow after it's finished. Have a good day.